Jai Hind and a hearty and warm welcome to all my viewers to my channel Med Talks with Roshni. So as the title says, we are going to discuss about World Anti-Tuberculosis Day, which is celebrated every year on 24th of March. So in this video you will get all the details about the theme, the goals, the objectives, and what we can do from our part and what the WHO is doing from its part. So without wasting much time, let's get started.
Every year, 24th of March is commemorated as the World Tuberculosis Day, and the reason or the purpose behind celebrating this day is to raise public awareness about the devastating health, social and economic consequences of tuberculosis. The second point is to step up efforts to end the global TB epidemic. Before jumping into the present, let me throw some light on the history of this day. The date marks the day in 1882 when Dr. Robert Koch announced that he had discovered the bacterium that causes tuberculosis, which opened the way towards diagnosing and curing this disease. TB remains one of the world's deadliest infectious killers. Each day, over 4,100 people lose their lives to tuberculosis and close to 28,000 people fall ill with this preventable and curable disease. Global efforts to combat TB have saved an estimated 66 million lives since the year 2000. Let's have a look on the statistics. Around 660 crores of people's lives were saved since 2000 by the global efforts to end tuberculosis. Meanwhile, 99 crores people fell ill with tuberculosis in 2020. 15 crores of people died of tuberculosis in 2020 because of the inconvenience caused by the pandemic. Now the question arises, how is tuberculosis linked to COVID-19? Well, the answer to this question is, the COVID-19 pandemic has reversed years of progress made in the fight to end tuberculosis. For the first time in over a decade, TB deaths increased in 2020. Therefore, the WHO has set the theme of this year as Invest to End Tuberculosis and Save Lives. Well, the next question arises, why this theme? The WHO understood that there is an urgent need to invest resources to ramp up the fight against tuberculosis and to achieve the commitments to end tuberculosis made by the global leaders. Now, this is especially critical in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic that has put end TB progress at risk, and to ensure equitable access to prevention and care in line with WHO's drive towards achieving universal health coverage. More investment will save millions more lives, accelerating the end of the tuberculosis epidemic. Let's see what the WHO has to say on this day. On World Tuberculosis Day, WHO calls on everyone to keep the promise to accelerate the end TB response to reach the targets set in Sustainable Development Goals, WHO End TB Strategy, the Moscow Declaration to End Tuberculosis, and Political Declaration of the UN High-Level Meeting on Tuberculosis. Second point is to diagnose and treat 40 million people with tuberculosis by 2022, including 3.5 million children and 1.5 million people with drug-resistant tuberculosis. The third point is to reach 30 million people with tuberculosis preventive treatment by 2022 so that those people most at risk receive tuberculosis preventive treatment, including 24 million household contacts of TB patients, 4 million of whom are children under 5 and 6 million people living with HIV. The fourth point is to mobilize sufficient and sustainable financing to reach USD 13 billion a year to support efforts to end TB. The fifth point involves in investing in TB research to reach at least USD 2 billion a year for better science, better tools and better delivery. So what is the motto of WHO? It is, it's time to step up investments to end tuberculosis and save millions of lives. It's time to end TB. So what is the end TB strategy? Let's have a look. First one, 80% drop in new cases by 2030. This is the first end TB strategy. The second one being 90% drop in people dying of TB by 2030. The third one being 100% of TB affected families protected from catastrophic costs by 2030.
Hopefully this video has helped you with all the necessary details you wanted for this day, and thank you for your appreciation. All the best and God bless you.